Hello, everyone, and welcome to Claret and Booze. This is my match reaction. We all just watched West Ham lose 3-0 away to Man United at Old Trafford in a six-pointer, which has seen us drop down to 7th place. Man United have jumped above us. If you're new to the show, please subscribe, drop a like on the video. I'm not going to go into a mad rant, I don't think, but look, let's see how it goes. The first half was a more enjoyable watch. It was. That was partly due to the fact that Man United, you could see, were playing differently. They were playing us at our own game. It looked like they were kind of playing deep, letting us have more of the ball, and they were just hitting us on the counter-attack, because I think it's pretty much common knowledge now that we don't really know too much what we're doing when we're on the ball. We did create chances. I think we broke a record, apparently. 13 chances we created or something in the first half, but only 2 of them were on target. One of them was from a set piece, which had to be deflected to find its way to the keeper. And the other one was a long shot from Johnson from about 25 yards, which straight down the keeper's throat. But it was a more palatable watch. It was a more it was easier to watch in the first half. It really was. I thought Kudus was instrumental. We had him playing out on the left, and we had Johnson out on the right because Phillips had been dropped, because heaven forbid he could drop either Phillips or he could drop either Souček or James Ward-Prowse. But as it looks anyway, I don't even think Phillips should be in the team. Let's face it, from what I'm seeing of him, he was never ready. I mean, but Mr. Due Diligence must have really done his checks and had a look at him, do you know what I mean? See if he's ready. Because the thing is, you can't put this bloke on the bench. He's been on the bench for 2 years at City. If you want him to get match fit, Moyes, you're going to have to play him into fitness. That's what you're going to have to do. And he's just cost us, in 2 games, he's just cost us 2 goals. He's cost us 2 goals. Money well spent. 500 grand a week. 500 grand a week. Who needs a striker? Who needs a left winger? Let's go and get another CDM. That's what we need. Another player we don't fucking need. But yes, we lost 3-0, as you know. And like I just said, the first half was. I'm not going to go into all their goals because I just don't want to. But the first half was okay. I thought we're still kind of in this. Kudus was like I said, looking good out on the left. He was doing the Paqueta role, and he was actually able to do it. But what I thought was most remarkable was how David Moyes decided to change that in the second half. And he decided to mark Kudus out of the game by switching him to Luke Shaw's wing. A fullback who's completely and utterly, like a mirror image physically of Kudus. And Kudus didn't get a sniff for any of the second half. Shaw had his number. Why did he do that? What did he do that for? Even Johnson looked worse out on the left because he's right-footed, and he was playing as a right winger in the first half, and I know his balls and deliveries weren't right, but at least he's trying to whip him in with his stronger foot. So I don't know why he did that. He likes the false winger thing. So he thought that would be the change, revert to type. Well, he reverted to type to a sense, and it got worse. But we were more on the front foot. But like I said, that was more due to the fact that Man United were letting us have it, to be quite honest, and seeing what we could do with it. In the second half, they had, up until they scored their second goal, they had more shots on goal. I think they had 6 to our 2 shots on goal in the second half, up to the point where they scored. So they was more in the ascendancy. We were kind of looking after the 1-0 defeat to kind of probably wait to that last sort of 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but that weren't going to happen. It weren't going to happen. Look, it was easier on the eye, but it was shit. Man United weren't really that bothered by us, I don't think. We did have chances. It could have been different. On another day, it could have been different. The player that David Moyes has been chasing for 2 windows and wanted to spend 40 million on, 29-year-old, 150 grand a week Maguire, showed exactly why we should be signing him. It's what we need, isn't it? Another error-prone centre-back when he gifted that chance to Emerson, and I can't. Well, I'll say he gifted it. He did gift it, but Emerson sort of done the work, made the interception. He's a left back after all. Got through on goal. Ended up with a bit of a dodgy angle. Got it all wrong. Screwed it up effectively. The other golden chance that we had was I think it was at 2-0, and that was when Bowen went through on goal, and he just took too long to shoot. It was on his right foot though. It was on his right foot, which is his weaker foot. But he did take too long. Dalot got across, made a beautiful interception. But no, look, they controlled the game. They controlled the game. They didn't have as much of the ball as you would imagine a Ten Hag team would normally have, even though they are a team that kind of does play more in a transition. So I suppose they are a little bit more of a counter-attacking team by nature. But yeah, it just worked for them. They had quality in the right areas. Coming into this game, if you looked at the stats, we've been saying this is a false position for a long time. We've been saying that. We've been saying we are where we are through luck because we've been creating minimal chances and we've been just been scoring them. You know, create one chance, bang, goal. Our XG for expected goals is one of the lowest in the league. Coming into this point, this is the average over the last 22 games in the Premier League, and our expected goals against is one of the highest. It's relegation form. The expected goals for and goals against indicates a team that should be fighting relegation, but we haven't done that. We've outperformed both stats. We've been inviting way more pressure onto our goal than chances that we create. Now, people are going to be out there now sort of going, well, this is what you wanted, attacking football, and look what happened. No, they couldn't do what he did against Bournemouth the other day, could he? You know, that didn't work. We were lucky. It didn't work. We got a point. Bournemouth gifted it to us. Areola kept us in that game. The low block don't work, lads. It don't work. So he had no choice. He had to change it up. He had to take one of his 4 central midfielders out of the team, didn't he? He had to do it. So he had to change it up. And like I said, Man United were gifting us the ball. We had to get further up the pitch and show more attacking intent. And we did. It weren't as dull. It wasn't a dull game. You know, I wasn't sitting there thinking, fuck me, we've got nine men behind the ball. We're not doing anything. We didn't. We was trying. But like I said to you, David Moyes, I've been saying he's the luckiest manager in the league from the first part of the season, and that luck has started to expire. It's 2024. We haven't won a game. People have been saying, well, we ain't lost one yet. Well, we have lost one now, haven't we? We've lost one now against Man United, a 6-pointer. And let's face it, I don't even think they really got out of second gear. I don't think they did. You know, that's not the best Man United team in the world. You know, Bournemouth have beat them there. Man United have beat them. Newcastle have beat them there. Everton have beat them there. So I know that David Moyes done his usual inspirational pre-match talk where he does his usual, you know, waving the white flag in the press conference saying it's a notoriously hard place to go. You know, which it normally is, but this isn't the same Man United, is it? That's why they was below us in the league, Dave. They was below us. But now we're 7th. Luckily, Chelsea got thumped. Could always be worse. We could be Chelsea fans. They got thumped. Wolves have bunny hopped them into 10th place. And you've got Newcastle 3 points behind us. And you've got Brighton 1 point behind us. And we go into the next round of games with Arsenal to play. So quite conceivably, we could be 8th or 9th if we lose against Arsenal next weekend. Yeah, like I said, this has always been a bit of a false position. People wouldn't have it. People wouldn't listen. They wouldn't. If you go on the 6'2", they do the season barometer. Even their barometer says it indicates that this is a false dawn because of the way that the results have fallen in the first part of the season in terms of home fixtures versus away fixtures. When you reflect it to last year, you know, if we follow the same pattern as last year, this is not a better season. It's just that we got a lot of our results that we got last season. Or the fixtures, they all fell in that first part of the season. So no, if you have a look at that, it's quite shocking. I should have pulled the graphic up. I'll put a link to it in the chat. But yeah, it's kind of, you know, the results are going as expected as well, as predicted in that barometer. And at the moment, it's slightly worse than last season. We're on the cloudy scale, which is weird. Because we're sitting in 7th place, not 6th, 7th. So you're going to have to change your argument now when people moan about Moyes and his style of football. You can't say 6th place anymore. It's 7th place this week. Probably going to be 8th or 9th the week after. So we'll see what we do against Arsenal. But look, I'm fed up with it, to be quite honest. Did I feel much when I was watching it? No. Like I said, apathy is starting to set in with me now. I didn't react to anything. I'm just watching it in absolute disbelief, especially like the silly choice of moving fucking Kudus over to the right wing up against Luke Shaw. Why would you do that? He was having fun on the other side. On the other side, he was affecting the game. We was good. We was probably the better team in the first half, if I'm honest. You know, I do think that Man United I think they were comfortable, but we were the better team. We had more of the play. But no, he just makes weird decisions. You know, you see Maguire on there, the bloke that he's been chasing. You see Phillips, the bloke that he's wasted the whole fucking window, and he's been saying no to starting signings apparently. So I've heard today, starting put about 8 to 10 players towards him. No, not Premier League ready. They're not right. Wouldn't sign off on them. But I tell you who is Premier League ready: Calvin Phillips, who ain't played for 2 years because he's got pedigree and he's played for a big team, and he's kind of a big deal. You know, so and also don't forget when I did this a few years ago with Jesse Lingard, it worked. So this must work again. It's only costing us 500 grand a week for a position that we don't fucking need. But yeah, so Calvin Phillips, another stupid mistake. People are blaming the ball that was led into him again. I'm sorry, he's a CDM. One of the core skill sets of a CDM is situational awareness, knowing what's around you, having scanned before you receive the ball. Didn't do it in the last game against Bournemouth. Didn't do it this time. Sloppy as fuck. Shit. Just got caught out. It looks way off it. Way off it. You know, but I think he's going to have to play him into form. You can't leave a 500 grand a week player on the bench because he ain't going to get into form and acclimatise sitting on the bench because he's been sitting on the bench for a long time. I've already said that. But look, that's it from me. I'm pissed off. We've got the Sunday night booze up coming later on. I might not be on it. I don't know yet. I've not made up my mind, but it will be on. The show will be on. The show goes on. So we will see you later on where we're going to be doing the player ratings. All right? I'll speak to you soon. Gabby Edds.